Hello everyone. Let's talk about AI in RPG Builder and how it works. So AI is of course a very important part in any game, and in RPGs you usually want to be able to have some very fun bosses and monsters, and also allied NPCs such as someone that will give you a quest or start a dialogue and stuff like that. So we are in the testing scene right now. Today this video is more going to be about the combat part of the AI. So for this video, I created those two new NPCs. So we have this first one, which is a warrior type NPC, and the second one, which is more of a mage type NPC. So as you can see, for now, they are just, roaming around, and, they wait for a certain duration and then start roaming again. So talking about those duration, all of that is, of course, decided in the editor. So your NPCs are created directly in the RPG Builder editor. You go to Combat NPCs, and here we can see the Human Mage, for example. And I just talked about roaming, and you can see that here we have a value for roaming range and roaming delay. And same for the Human Warrior, of course. They have the same roaming values, but if you would go ahead and change those values and save, it would automatically be affecting this NPC. Other values that are proper to each NPC and that are very important are the aggro range, distance from target, and distance to target reset. So aggro range is of course pretty straightforward. If you are at 15 meters or below of the mage, is going to start aggroing you. If you are going away further than 25 meters, is going to lose aggro, and the mage is going to start to stay at about 8 meters away from you. For the warrior, is going to aggro you in a much closer radius, is going to lose aggro much faster also, and is going to try to come much closer. We can also see that each NPC has its own list of abilities. In this case, the warrior has 3 abilities and the mage has 2. So let's get to the combat part and see a bit how things work. I have no idea where I am right now. Okay, so let's get a bit closer to the warrior. So here you can see the human warrior is just chilling there, just roaming around, waiting for a new path. Of course, it's using, pathfinding and nav mesh, so it's not going through obstacles and stuff like that. But now, because he came close enough, he started attacking us. And you can see that we already lost aggro. I'm actually going to increase this a little bit because he's losing aggro way too fast. So let's make it 15 and save. And that's it. This will already be affecting him. So let's aggro him again. And now you can see that he's going to start chasing us. As soon as he starts aggroing us and start engaging in combat, he will start using whatever abilities you decided him to have. So this specific NPC has 3 abilities. The first one is the one he's using right now, which is his quick melee attack, which is dealing 25 damage. It can be dodged. So this is not like tap target combat. This you can dodge. Is going to actually cast it, and if you're in there at the moment the ability is finished to cast, it will be damaging you. This shield you see on him right now, the fire shield, is well, pretty straightforward. It's giving him fire resistance, meaning that when I hit him with my fire abilities during this shield, he's going to take 50% reduced damage. And here you can see how this works. Here, fire shield. So this is the fire shield effect. And you can see that it is increasing fire resistance by 50 here for 10 seconds. So if I hit him now with my fire wave, it's going to do 25 damage, as you just saw. But if I hit him now that the shield is down, it's 50 damage. Pretty straightforward. He has a third ability, which is this one. This longer swing. It's actually stunning us. Here you can see bottom right. It's stunning us for a few seconds. And the fire shield again. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the warrior. It's nothing too fancy. I just wanted to show you some of the possible mechanics and so on. Show you that it's, chasing correctly, trying to attack when it's in range. You can dodge the attacks. Well, I did a poor job at dodging this one, but you can dodge it. Yeah, so that's it. Let's kill him and let's go see the mage one. The mage one only has 2 abilities right now, but we will be creating a third one together. So let's go take a look at the mage. It will be around here somewhere. Ah, it's here. Okay. So this one you can see aggro does from much further, and is also not losing aggro unless we are very far. So this is just to show you, difference of settings and what they do. This one has 2 abilities. So this AoE one that you see, of course, is only dealing damage to us if we are inside. And he has also this fireball one that can be dodged, and I'm terrible at dodging, once again. But yeah, you can dodge that if you're good, not like me. This AoE one, as you can see, every time it deals damage to us, it's actually healing him for a percentage of the damage. And this is because in RPG Builder editor, if we go to the fire AoE, it has a 20% lifesteal on this effect, meaning that every time it deals damage, it's gonna heal him for 20% of the damage. So that's pretty much it for this fire mage. Also is going to chase you until you're dead, but in this specific case, we're not dying because I don't want it to die in this video. So let's kill him and let's leave the game, and let's just quickly create a new ability and assign it to this mage NPC so you can see how quick it is. We will be using the same effect as the fire ball damage because I don't want to spend too much time for this new ability. But let's call it Mage Crazy Fireballs. You will understand why in a bit. So you just create a new rank. NPCs are not using the rank system like characters. They only use 1 rank of an ability. So you just create 1 and that's it. Cast time is going to be 1. It's going to be standing still for 1.1 second. That's it for this part. It's going to be a projectile ability that is going to hit players. And the speed for the projectile is going to be 60. It can go as far as 50 meters. It's going to be in a 120 degrees angle. It's going to shoot 25 projectiles. And the projectiles can only hit 1 time each. It's going to have a 3-second cooldown because I want this NPC to now be a nightmare. And to make it an even bigger nightmare, it's not only going to do damage, but it's also going to stun us. We are going to just use the warrior stun. So that's going to be a very annoying ability, I think. Now for the visual part, we could just go ahead and save this and go in game, and this ability will work 100% fine. But it will not have any visuals. And for the case of a projectile ability, the visual is actually the logic. This is the only type of ability that's using an actual hit detection as a collider. The rest is pure math. So for this specific case, let's assign the fireball projectile as a visual, and it's not going to be spawned on activate but on completed, because you don't want the fireball when the ability is used, but rather when it's completed or finished to cast. And for the animation, we will be using the same animation as the fire mage fireball. So let's go ahead and save that. I just have to manually set the range for this one. This is something that's going to be fixed in a bit, but let's just set this to 50 so that the NPC is actually going to use this ability. Now, the last thing you have to do is go to the human mage and add a new ability, so from 2 to 3, and assign the crazy fireball. And that's it. That's done. So if we go back in game now and see the mage is actually going to start using this ability on us. So where is our character? We are pretty far. Let's go over here. Let's take a look at the well, let's actually assign our abilities so we can fight back. Actually, we especially care about the dash, but I'm not even sure we will be able to dash away from that one. Where did he go? Okay, not too far. So let's see if this worked. Okay, easier. So as you can see, Oof, okay, yeah. So it did work, and is using those abilities now. So this normal fireball and this big new crazy fireballs. That's why I called it that way, right? Pretty hard to dodge, especially because it's stunning me every time it's hitting me, and I barely have the time. Yeah, I basically can't dodge this one. So of course I went a bit crazy with this one, but it's just to show you how easy it is to create abilities with all kind of crazy settings. And it took us maybe 1 minute, maybe not even, to create the ability, assign it to the NPC, go back in game, and now he's using it, and I'm perma-stunned. Yeah, so that was it for this video concerning combat and I mean, you know, AI combat. Of course, this is very early. So this is just me. I started working on that actually yesterday. It had some kind of base before, but I fixed a few issues yesterday and started working on the actual combat and animations. So it will be much better at release and also after, because I plan on heavily updating this part of RPG Builder. So I hope you liked it. Let me know if you have any questions, suggestions, as either concerning the AI or anything else RPG Builder related. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.